Yes, Conrad.
Well, that
welcome.
was... Oh, cheers. Cheers.
Good to see you.
That was a great show to do. I just finished touring Joseph for 3 years. I brought it into the West End.
Yep.
And it's the first time Joseph had been into the West End. But that was the job I did straight after that. And it was a great thrill. And Miss Marple, the actress, she was lovely. And it was done in Bournemouth. And it was really... You know, it was a proper, lovely, wonderful, dramatic show to do and to be in. And we walked on canvas sands and things. I think we did a shot there one day, and we had a wonderful... It's full of wonderful memories, you know?
And she...
Cheers.
Cheers. Joan Hickson playing the role of Miss Marple. I mean, just magnificent.
Oh, she's wonderful.
I mean,
she was really wonderful. And then when I, you know, and we sort of... we became great friends, and then when I looked at her career, long and illustrious career, they say I have had a long and illustrious career, but you should see people like that, you know. And you look back, and she's done such wonderful work. And of course, I think she was the best Miss Marple.
No, I do too. So, Jess, you know, you're a Brixton boy. But you
Yes, I am. And thrilled to be a Brixton boy.
And you obviously decided very early that you wanted to be a star.
Well, I thought I'm a good-looking fellow. It's no good being a good-looking fellow to being a bus driver. I mean, you lose the whole plot. So I thought that I'd do something. I didn't quite know what to do. I was in a coffee bar in like a place they call Little China now, but it was a sort of actor's place, which I didn't realise. And I was sitting there one day with a milk and a dash. That's what we used to drink then, a milk and a dash. Michael Caine was always in there as well with Terry Stamp. Michael Caine was always with beautiful girls. He was a great charmer. And so I didn't realise it was a sort of actor's place. And I'm sitting there, and a fella comes in called Larry Taylor, who I'd just seen in the film that afternoon. And I went, God, love a duck. I said, I've just seen you in a movie. He said, yes, you know. I said, how'd you get into show business? He said, well, he said, you're a good-looking boy. I said, well, there's nothing wrong with your eyesight. I didn't say that. But I said that sort of thing. Anyway, he said, go round to see a woman in the Artists Association, Film Artists Association. It's near the stage door of the London Palladium. Go round there, and you can charm her, she said, and you can become a film extra. Me become a film extra? I couldn't believe it. Sort of in films, you know. So I went to see this woman, and they asked you silly things then, because people didn't have swimsuits in then, and dinner jackets were out of the question. So she went through. Do you have swimming suit? Yes. Oh, yes. Do you have this, that, and the other, that? And then the thing at the end. Do you have a dinner jacket? And that's always, oh no, dinner jacket. Now, what do they look like? But I did have a dinner jacket because my father was a mason, and they had a ladies' night once a year when, you know, he used to take Mum out to the West End, and he bought me a dinner jacket. So I said, yes, I do have a dinner jacket. So she thought, bosh, 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 everything was a tick. So the very next day, I had a call, and I had to go to Pinewood Studios to do my first film, something on Parade. What would it be? Privates on Parade, something like that.
And so it began.
So it was, and the first day on the set, I was a soldier, and I was very slim in those days, so you had to take your shirt off and everything. So I looked good, and the director put me in a nice position, you know, at film extras, nice position. And then this fat guy came out onto the set. He was a bit late arriving that day, and he said, the director said, no, you're too fat. He said, you can't be in this scene. He said, you've got to be slim, you know, you're starving. He said, listen, Governor, he said, I only got captured yesterday. So I thought, this is the real film game. Everybody's at it, you know. Everybody's telling little porcupines to get on. And I really loved it. I really loved it. And then, you know, I said in the end, you know, a guy comes on and says a couple of lines, and he gets his own chair with his name on the back, and I wanted my name on the back of the chair. So how do you do that? So that's a different... that's equity, different union.
Yeah.
In those days, you had different unions, you know. We don't have unions like
But
that.
the really
now.
big break for you, the really big break for you
yes,
was,
and
I mean, oh boy, and suddenly you're a singer, and suddenly you're producing hit after hit after hit, and you are voted the most popular singer of
England's most popular singer, over Adam Fabe and Cliff Richard.
Yeah.
Who's my dearest friend, of course. And it was just one of those things where there was a star in America called Fabian, who was a great-looking guy but couldn't sing a note. And when Jack Good, I went to see Jack Good, I found him in a hall in Chiswick, and Eddie Cochran was there rehearsing with him, Gene Vincent, these big 60s icons. And I came in, he'd just seen me in Play of the Week the night before, so I was all over the newspapers, you know, who is this new boy? Because I played a pop star in Play of the Week, and it was all over the newspapers, who is this new boy, blah, 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 you know. So I went in to see him, and he saw me, because he was like the Simon Cowell of that era, you know, so he thinking all the time. He saw me, he thought of something. He said, OK, fellas, that's it, finished for the day. Eddie Cochran walked this way past me. Gene Vincent walked. I thought, my God, these are big icons, you know. And then he said, what can I do for you? I said, well, perhaps I could compare one of your shows, you know, because I'd been on television the night before and I'd made a big thing in all the papers. So he said, can you sing? I said, no, don't be silly, I can't. Me sing? He said, well, you know, so he gave me a broomstick to hold on as if it was a microphone, and I sang Chicka Chicka Honey, which is a funny number. And he went, it's true, Jess, you can't sing a note, but you have certain teenage appeal. I can make you a star by next weekend. I went, what? Make me a star by next week? Next weekend, I get a train with Billy Fury. I go up to Disbury, you know, and I do a show. And the next day, I go back to my hotel room, and there's girls under the bed. There's girls in the cupboard, and
it must have been tough.
And we called them chicks then, and Billy Fury said, "Oh yeah, chicks, man. Yeah, there's always lots of chicks about." but it was
all going brilliantly for you until the Beatles come along.
The Beatles came along, and by that time, yes, I mean, the thing is, I wanted to get married to Miss Camay, the beautiful woman in England, you know, Miss Camay. I was sharing a flat with Michael Caine, and these wonderful girls came on, and I said, I'll date, because we're in the show business, you know, we're in a flat together, but we weren't famous. But we knew how to get hold of these lovely girls, you know, and date them. So Terence Stamp said, it's my turn. I said, no, it's my turn. So I dated Renee, and Michael Caine dated his particular lady, and he married, and I married. It's amazing, isn't it?
And you've been married for?
Well, yes, I've been married an awful long time. I mean, yes, 60... Yeah. We got married secretly, and we didn't have to, because the Beatles came along, and one of them was married, and with a stroke of a pen, it was OK to be married. So things changed.
Well, 60 years of marriage. But one of the problems you had, as I understand it, is as a good-looking young actor and singer, quite a lot of the sort of gay people in that community rather liked you. You had to sort of fight them off. Well,
in those days, gay was a different thing. You know, I remember when I first arrived, Dirk Bogarde was the first one to say, "Oh, hello." And I said, Dirk Bogarde said hello to me. And they said, the extras said, oh, yes, he says hello to all the boys. Yeah.
Right,
so
yeah.
all of a sudden, I'm into a kind of secret society of which I knew nothing about.
I guess, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A wonderful actor, but yes, on the pink bus, as you say. And yes, that's been my life, and I've been very lucky. I was a pop star because I looked like a pop star. I had a big fan following. I made a film with Cliff, Serious Charge, and we became good mates. And it's been a life of an acting life, but also because of my looks and the fact that I had some success singing. It's always been singing and acting.
No, you combined it, and you've been recognised for it. And you're wearing a miniature there.
Oh, OBE.
The Order of the British Empire. How about that?
Or Old Big Ed. But yes, I was so thrilled. Royal Highness Princess Anne gave me this great honour, and it was a wonderful day. she said, I hope you're not disappointed I'm not the Queen. And I said, no, Mum, as long as you're not disappointed I'm not George Clooney. And thank God she laughed. Otherwise I would have been in the Tower of London. But she had such charisma.
She's phenomenal.
Such charisma. She was knocked over. She was absolutely wonderful. And of course, because she gave me my OBE, I love her even more. But it was a wonderful afternoon, and I was so thrilled. And that was because £100,000 I raised for charity.
Yeah, well,
I
you've
run
been
the
good at this.
showbiz football team.
Yeah.
I played in goal because I got to wear a different colour costume than anybody else. But I love my football, and raising money for charity.
And you've done
wonderful.
golf events and all these different things that you've done. And
well, I don't know if it's because of the Sinatra, the Clan, and all of that they all played golf. That the English boys started to play golf, and to be a success in show business. If you played golf, it was almost like as if you played the Palladium.
Yeah, well, you've combined your love of sport with charity, but it's quite interesting, isn't it? I mean, I think we can reveal your age to the audience. That's okay, isn't it?
Oh yes, I look great.
Right, he's 86. I mean,
Yes,
he doesn't look it. He's 86.
I'm 86,
but he's doing pretty well. But you've got loads of work coming up.
Yes, it seems that all of a sudden everybody wants Jess Conrad. I mean, I thought now, I thought I'd moved to the Garden of England,
yep.
which is Kent.
Yep.
And I say that because I thought, oh, that's nonsense. But now I'm there. It is the Garden of England. It is absolutely fantastic.
But you're not retiring because you're going to be in Doctors. There's an album coming, I'm told.
No, I know people want Jess. And I quite like it, too. I thought, oh, my goodness, it's fantastic. They want Jess at this age. And I'm so thrilled. I mean, show business is a wonderful career. It keeps you on your toes. You have to keep fit.
Yeah. Well, you've done it. You've done it.
I wanted to be an English actor. No English actors, when I was a young actor, could take their shirts off like the Americans could, like Tony Curtis and like Burt Lancaster. No English actor, and they were all leading men. They didn't give a monkeys about keeping fit or going to a gym. Mind you, going to gyms in those days wasn't a popular thing.
But you've done all of it, and I've got to tell you, it's a fantastic career, and you're great fun to have on.
Thank you.
Talking Pints guest, and
it's great to be here.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.